doing today? I hope you are well. It is comfy cozy sweatshirt day in the Davis household today. I was actually just working on my kit. I have just come back from a large wedding and I'm getting ready for a large wedding. And while I was working on it, I was like, you know what? I need to do a what's in my kit video, an updated one, because the last one I did was over a year ago, I think, and a lot has changed since then. So I wanted to share it with you. I know a lot of people have asked for this video, so if you have, I hope you enjoy it. If you have not asked for it, I still hope you enjoy it. I do go over the various kit containers, I guess you would say, that I use, because I do rotate through 3 different ones, so I'll go over that. The one I'm going to show you is my largest one that I use on my largest parties. So I hope you enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions at all, and without further ado, let's go see what's in my kit. Okay, so I'm working under a window and the sun is fluctuating, so you're going to have to kind of bear with me on my lighting. But this is what I currently carry for really large parties. I also have my Zuka bag and I have my MAC travel bag, both of which I like. For smaller parties, I like to carry the Zuka or my MAC travel bag if I'm only doing 1 to 2 clients at the most. This, however, carries everything I will possibly need for the largest of parties, and it is just a plain Dockers duffel bag. It is on wheels. I don't know if you can see right over here, there's wheels, and there's a handle that pulls out on that side. It's not the most convenient for going upstairs, and it is somewhat cumbersome and heavy to not carry when you're pulling it on wheels. But other than that, I find that it does the job, and I will switch up depending on the job. But because I just got done with a large wedding and I have a large wedding tomorrow, this is the one I'm showing you. Okay, so it just has a plain zipper. And it opens up. Normally, the very first thing I have on top is my makeup light. However, I am filming with that. Right now, I'm using it, so I can't show it to you, but it does fit in on the top of this, which is one of the reasons I love it so one of the many reasons I love it so much. And I'm also just got the second one shipped to me, so I can have 2 on really large jobs. So I'm so excited about that. So the first thing I've got on here is my just pack of beauty blenders. I'm getting away with the actual beauty blenders and I'm going more towards my Beauty Junkie sponge. Y'all know I just prefer them and they are cheaper, but I keep them in this mesh bag so that they can dry without getting mold on them. And then I've got one of my brush folios. I do normally carry 2, the other one's over there. Shown this before, it kind of folds down and sets on a table. This is not my favorite yet. I'm so used to my brush belts. That I'm still trying to get used to these, but it is what I'm using, these 2, and then I do have another brush belt I'll show you as a backup. Now, if you can see all in here, these are all of my Zuka cases, and then I have also ordered separate cases from a company called Mandy Studios, and I get it from Nigel Beauty Supply in LA, that also carries different cases like this. So a lot of them are my Zuka and some of them are from Mandy. So the first one I'm just going to pull out in no particular order. This is actually my extra brush belt. So I keep it in a case. It's just got more brushes in it. I can never have enough brushes. I've got a little puff right here, and then this is where I keep my glow kit, my Anastasia glow kit, because I just couldn't find another place for it. So that's what's in that pouch. Randomly stuck down in here is this plastic case that's got my Q-tips, my disposable wands, my lip wands, and also my lash glue. So I keep all those in here. This pouch is kind of what I call my skin prep pouch. It's half of my skin prep, half of it's in other places. But it's got my Fix Plus, it has my setting sprays. I've got probably about 3 setting sprays, the Urban Decay, Makeup Forever. I've got Ben Nye Final Seal, also a super heavy strength setting spray. I've got my Beauty So Clean. I have strobe cream, a random primer, my Hourglass primer, my Bobbi Brown, which I'm almost out of. And then this is Water Balm from a company called Sonia Roselli, who is also a bridal makeup artist. and it's one of the best things in my kit, hands down the best thing in my kit. It's amazing. So that, it's also got some hair clips and some hand sanitizer and just random stuff like that. But that is what this pouch is. In here I have some Hydro Cool Firming Face Gels. These are actually for your forehead and smile lines. Sometimes I like to use these along with some eye patches on my brides only. I don't find it very conducive to do it for every client, but it is a perk that I like to add for my brides. Over here in this corner that you cannot see, my first pouch is my concealer slash corrector slash, it's got my MAC lip conditioner in there. It's got my Prep and Prime pens, concealer palettes, some more primers. It's got my MAC Extended Eye Base. It has a clear mascara that I use on male grooming or for male grooming, an under eye hydrating primer, just stuff like that. Kind of all, again, prep things or complexion things go in this. And then on the bottom of that, I think you've all seen this in my foundation slash concealer, what I carry in my kit video. But it is all of my foundations that I keep in here. These are a couple of sample packets that I've got for foundations. I also keep my Chanel cream bronzer on the top of this and my Bobbi Brown skin stick that I use for contouring. But the rest is, it's got Face Atelier, which is one of my favorites. I was going to kind of get weed that out of my kit, but I just love it so much that I actually got more colors. I've got MAC Pro Longwear, Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. I've got Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, Urban Decay Naked Skin, L'Oreal Infallible, and I have a couple of, I have Face and Body, and then I have a couple of Maybelline Matte and Poreless in very dark shades for my deep clients. And then my concealers around here, which are mainly MAC Pro Longwear, Urban Decay Naked Skin, Makeup Forever HD, and I've got some Lancome ones in here somewhere. So this is my concealer and foundation. And as you can see, I have labeled all the tops. I did post a picture of this on Instagram, but if you didn't see, that way I know exactly what color I'm reaching for without having to pull them all and or keep them stored upside down, which I just don't like to do. Now, coming on this side, the first pouch we have here actually needs to be refilled, but this is my lash pouch, plus a couple of randoms, like it's got my pencil sharpener, one of my pencil sharpeners. So it just has my lashes, individual lashes, strip lashes. I've got some Monda Studio lashes. I have Model Rock lashes. I have Kiss lashes. I have Salon Perfect lashes. I just have lashes that I find work. I love these Kiss Trio lashes. They're amazing. I have some Ardell Wispies, so just a lot of different ones. And again, this is the pouch I actually need to refill from one of my drawers, but this is where I keep all my lashes. Underneath the lash is my lip pouch. This is where I keep all of my lip products. I have a separate pencil case right here that has all of my lip liners in it. I have two MAC palettes that I have depotted lipsticks and put into, and then I have this MAC palette that I actually purchased like this. Very, very pretty colors. It's the Necessary Nudes palette. Really good stuff. I actually have a blog post on that one. And then under here, this is the Kryolan lipstick palette. Some good colors in that. This is actually a pencil that I need to put back in my pencil pouch. And then I don't always succeed, but I try to keep them in rubber bands as to the finish. So like my Urban Decay Too Faced long wearing melted lipsticks. Of course, I've got a red one that I used and didn't put back in there. I've got some Stila long ones. I've got some ColourPop. I try to keep all my lip glosses together. A lot of these are MAC, and then like my lip crayons. A lot of these are NARS and Bite Beauty. And then I have some OCC lip tars in a rubber band too. So that's all of my lip stuff. Under that is one of my eye pouches. This is the one that contains a lot of my eyeshadow singles. This right here is a pack of mascaras, eyeshadow crayons, eyeliners, brow products, brow like pencils, everything like that. Cream shadows, sticks, all that kind of stuff is in this pouch right here. And then I do have a random blush palette in here, which I don't even know. I think I put it back in the wrong pouch after my last job. But these are, I believe they are all MAC blushes. And they are some of my favorite colors. Real quick, we got Sunbask, Margin, which is beautiful, Plum Foolery, which I love, especially on mature clients. Copper Tone, Melba, and Peaches. Just really good standard colors. This is my eyebrow palette. It's for MAC eyeshadows that I find work on pretty much everybody's eyebrows. This is just like an Ofra palette, but it's got some of my Makeup Forever eyeshadows in it that are a little bit larger and I want to keep separate. And then this is my kind of make your own palette that I carry with me. It's got two Visart Theory palettes, the Cashmere and the Mink. It's got a lot of MAC single shadows, and it's got 4 NARS shadows right here that I've put. So these are just ones that I really go to a lot, like Soft Brown, Saddle. I use the Visart all the time. So this is like a staple palette for me. The rest of the stuff down in here, I don't really want to pick it up because I feel like it's going to go everywhere. But if you can see, there's a lot of singles right here. This is where I keep my paint pots. I've got 4 or 5 paint pots, my gel liners, a couple of ColourPop. I've got some single Urban Decay teased and lace. Teased and laced are actually some of my very favorite, especially for brides. A couple color tattoos, and again, some more gel liners. So this is just where I keep my singles. In the corner over here, I've got a couple towels that I take with me. I have a hand mirror, and I have a packet of tissues that kind of just stay way back here in the corner so that I know that I always have them. Back here in this corner is another just makeup bag. I think I got it for free from Ulta or something, but this is where I carry my brush cleaner, my alcohol, my some more hand sanitizer, my makeup wipes. It's got blotting papers in there, shadow shields, cotton squares for my Bioderma, just very random stuff. It's kind of like my miscellaneous pouch. That back there, and then right here is an empty cup with a couple of just random brushes in it, but I do keep I take a couple of these empty ones with me to store my dirty brushes in as I'm working, so that I know when I get home exactly what brushes I need to clean versus having to go through my clean and dirty and pick out which ones need to be cleaned. All right, so we just have a couple more pouches right here, and then we're done. So this top pouch right here is a Mondo Studio rectangle pouch. It holds an excessive amount. You don't think it holds as much, but it does. And these are my palettes. So the top 2 are the actual newest additions to my kit. This is the Senna cream blush palette, and I actually want to do a blog post on them. I literally just got them yesterday. I have not used them on a client. I want to try to do a blog post before I do, but Senna is a professional company that I don't think gets near the love that it deserves, so I'm really excited to try that. And then this one I also just got yesterday. It's the Graftobian HD Pro Powder Foundation Palette, and this is in the color Neutral. Oh, it keeps wanting to fall. This really has high praise in the pro world, so I really wanted to give it a try, and I think Neutral was the best fitting for wanting to try it out and having it work on different skin tones. So I picked that up. I'm excited to try those 2. And then these are just my extra palettes. So I have my Kevyn Aucoin contour book that I use. It's got cream and powder contours. I've got a couple of other matte blushes. This is Gingerly and Trace Gold, both of which I think look amazing on each other. And I think I'm losing my light, so sorry, I might have to brighten this in editing. And then these are my 4 Visart palettes. I have the Dark Mattes, the Sultry Muse, the Cool Mattes, and then the Warm Neutrals. The Warm Neutrals lid, I dropped it on a job and it just totally popped off, so I hate picking that up, but I'm gonna have to get the stuff underneath it out. All right, this is my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Honestly, I just don't contour that much unless it's like a specific look for like a photo shoot or something, editorial that like calls for it. But I just don't contour that much. If I do, I tend to go for these 2 colors or my Kevyn Aucoin, but I like to have it just in case. And then this is my Tarte Bling It On blush palette from a couple years ago at Christmas. Nice colors, and they do stay a long time. So all of that fit in this one bag, and I think after my discount it was like $7 at Nigel's. So if you are a makeup artist, definitely invest in these. I find that the Mandy Studios has the most selection in my eyes, and they're very sturdy and they're well worth it. Okay, my feet are falling asleep, so I need to get through these last two pouches. These, actually I got at Friends Beauty, and they're the actual Friends line, I think, brand, but they're a little bit, like you can see, it's quite shorter than the Mandy Studios, and as far as like height, and it's just more square than rectangle. So this is where I keep all of my pressed powders. I'm gonna try to open it up without having to take any out. So if you see right here, I have labeled all of them so I don't have to again pull them out. So I know that like this is my Hourglass Dim Light. This is my MSF from MAC in Medium. This is my MSF in Dark Tan. This is Studio Skin in C4. I've got my Charlotte Tilbury powder, my Too Faced bronzer, a couple of blushes, another MAC Studio Skin loose powder. I'm out of frame, sorry about that. This one, I lost the light. Medium Dark MSF. I've got a Cover FX bronzer, and I've got my Luminous Light from Hourglass back there. So I have it all labeled so that it is easy. You do not want to waste time, especially when you are on a timed job, which almost all jobs are timed. You don't want to waste time having to pick out every compact to see which is which. And since I do have various colors of the same product, the labeling has really helped. So finally, this is another one of those same square pouches, and this has got a lot of cream products in it that I use, plus some more loose powders and stuff that I just did not have room for. It's kind of like a miscellaneous pouch per se, but it's got a couple of, it's got a MAC blot powder, which I like to use on male clients. It has an MSF and Gold Deposit, NC45 Studio Skin. I've got Benefit Hoola. I've got a couple cream eyeshadows, cream contour. This is my Ben Nye Colorless powder, which I really like. The Milk Matte Bronzer, which y'all know I love. Couple more paint pots actually are down in there. This is a sample of the Cover FX custom enhancer drops that I keep in there. Let's see what else is in there. There's an Anastasia concealer that I sometimes use to contour, another Lancome concealer that probably was forgotten when I packed up that bag, and so this is just kind of where I put all the leftovers per se. And there you go. It fits all in there. There are a couple of front pockets right here that I do have like tape and my lint rollers, eye drops, some more like palettes, tied to go type things, just kind of emergency kit things I keep in these front pockets right here. I also keep some extra lashes. These I got on eBay, and they're like $1.50 for this whole pack of 10. And they are outer corner lashes, which I love to stack on top of strip lashes. It just gives like an extra boost. It's really glamorous. So I have a couple of those, a couple more samples of foundation, just extra stuff down in there. And that's it. That's all she wrote on my kit. I hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know if you have any questions. And I hope you enjoyed seeing what I carry. Again, this is for big parties only. I do condense this very much so when I just have 3 or less clients. So, hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. As always, have a very blessed day. Bye.